You're asking me to come and watch somebody dunk you in tap water and pretend that that's gonna wash away all of your sins. There is no God, you just need to man up.
Hey Samore Love Bugs, you have now tuned into my Empire recap. Oh, guys, be sure to subscribe if you have not yet done so. Also, be sure to share this video on Facebook, Twitter, Google+, wherever you like to share videos. We are on and poppin', boo. So let's talk about Empire. So Luscious, he has all the charges dropped. They're having like a little party and everything. And the reason why all the charges was dropped, because as we saw in the last episode, they put Vernon's body like literally in the next seat to the prosecutor. So she just had like, I guess, an anxiety attack, panic attack, I don't know. But she took a leave of absence because she wasn't trying to do it. She just freaked out. So everything is good. He also made or named a new king to the throne to Gutterlife Records, and that is Andre. He gonna have his own artist and everything else. So he's kind of doing it big right now. His father actually kept his word, but you can never trust that damn Luscious lion, because I don't know, it's like with him, I would need contracts. I don't care if you family, I would need contracts, because he will say one thing and then twist it up the next time you try to talk to him about it, and it will be something completely different. So you can't really trust him too much. Tianna, she's getting her sexy on, boo. She was getting like a photo shoot going on, looking all cute and everything. Her little makeup and hair done. And Cookies let her know that she had fired Porsha. But later on, she ends up rehiring Porsha. You can't keep Porsha away, honey. Because, remember the last episode, Porsha had actually caused her to go to jail. But they was all just kind of using that. It was just stupid. That whole thing where Porsha was the one who jumped over the turnstile, and they try to blame Cookie and get information out of Cookie. So she had fired her, but then she ended up rehiring her on a probationary period with her little doggy that she got for protection. So later on, Hakeem, he lets us know that he signed the girl named Laura from the bar in Brooklyn that we had seen last week, that she was singing, honey. She seemed so timid and shy, but she also seemed like she was kind of feeling him too. When Hakeem was walking and introduced her to Tianna, and Tianna gave him a kiss on the cheek, she looked like, you know, she was like, hey, what's going on here? I thought he liked me. And then she just kind of was like, oh, so you two were like an item? And Tiana's like, oh no, not anymore. He's like that with all the girls. So I think that kind of changed her perception of what she thought was going to happen or go down. NeYo, he is on the scene, honey. And Jamal, he's having his boyfriend, or he plans to have his boyfriend to come to tour, or on tour while he's on tour with NeYo. And his father, who's sitting there, looks at him like, that's not a good idea. He tells him that he needs to be more so focused on being seductive on stage. And he can't really do that if he has his woman or his man by his side. Like, it's not going to work out. NeYo seems to disagree, but he doesn't really state it at that moment. But then, like, later on, when they were having a scene in the studio, and this dude was blowing up his phone. Michael was blowing up his phone because he told Michael, you're not going to be able to go on tour. He has like a little conversation with NeYo, and NeYo does say, I think that you should take him, because if he's your world, he's everything to you, then why not take him? I've done it all. I've done having my girl come on tour with me, and I've left her at home. So I feel like if that's what you feel you need to do, don't take advice, relationship advice from Luscious, because look where he's at right now. I mean, he got a point there, bruh. You know what I mean? Andre wants to get baptized and just kind of renew himself, become a better person. And that's exactly what he plans to do. He talks to the pastor and just lets him know. And the pastor does tell him that he needs to confess his sins to his family. So he plans to do that. when he goes home, he tells Rhonda that he's going to be confessing his sins, and she tries to use sex to change his mind and make him forget about all of that confessing woo-ha and foolishness. But it doesn't work. He's just like, no, we're going to do things differently. That's not what I want right now. I've got to do what I've got to do. Tianna goes to the studio, and it's crazy because when she was like in the lobby, these two chicks come up talking about they want to take a picture with her. So she's gracious enough to say, okay, let's do this. Instagram, Insta flick, Insta pic. We got this. Selfie time. But all of a sudden the girl starts pulling out a freaking blade out of her mouth. I'm like, yo, this is thug life New York for real. Because that's the kind of crap I used to hear about. That I used to hear people telling me, because I remember somebody had told me something like that when I was younger. They was like, oh, that they had some little cuts in the back, like little slits inside of their, inside of their cheek, that they hold the blades in there. I'm like, wait, you hold blades inside of your mouth? What? Are you for real, for real? Nah, that's crazy. Can't you swallow it? What the hell? Ended up having to give her bag to these two thug life girls with the freaking blade and stuff like that. And when she ends up telling Cookie about it, Cookie actually sees a YouTube video that these little YouTube thugs had put up, and it said that they had her bag now pretty much, and Cookie's like, damn, we've been marked and they're probably gonna try to extort us now, you know, try to get that money. So the creepy photographer from, I think it was GQ magazine from last week, so now he's sitting there with Michael and Jamal and talking to them about tour and everything, and he says that he thinks that Michael shouldn't go on tour with him because there's just so much to explore, so much to do, and he's talking about how he is and how he loves everyone, and yeah, he just thinks that it's best that Jamal goes alone. So then, while him and Jamal are like walking, talking in the hall, after he done liquored them up, he kept on getting bottles. Oh yeah, let's drink to that, you know, trying to get them all nice. Then while him and Jamal and him is walking in the hallway, all of a sudden the man dropped to his knees and tried to open up the man's pants and give him some knowledge in the hall. And I'm just like, for real? I knew he was creepy because he was hitting on him in the last episode too. You seen that? He kept on like putting little hints, oh yes, you're beautiful, you're gorgeous. And I'm like, that's like a little unprofessional. I knew he was going to try to do something, and exactly what he did. And Jamal was just like, hey yo, nah, get up. I'm like, even if I was remotely attracted to you in any way, shape, or form, which I'm not, I wouldn't do that to Michael. Nah, chill out, homie. Chill out. Michael's walking in at that same moment, and he's just like, yo, let's go. Like, he let Michael know just by his demeanor that it wasn't even popping like that. He was upset that anything like that even was about to or was trying to occur. So I'm like, okay, they good. They got this all like situated and everything. Luscious now, he's having his dirty lawyer. I forgot his name. I wrote it somewhere here. I forgot. Is his name Filthy or something? But anyways, he's having his dirty little lawyer, who he seemed fishy at the moment, but it does seem later on it is confirmed that it did come from Luscious. He's talking to Andre and tells Andre that he wants him to try to get close to Cookie so he can get all of their demos or their music or whatever. And Andre's just like, nah, he refuses to do that because he wouldn't do anything to hurt his mom. And I'm like, yes, Andre, see, you really are changing. Because back in the days, I mean, if he was given an ultimatum, he probably would go ahead and do it. If it's like Empire or you get it from Cookie, he probably, I don't know about that. You know how dedicated he is to the cause. But he's just like, no. Oh, his name is Thirsty. He's like, no, I'm not doing that. Get up out of my dad's seat. Are you on payroll now? Like, he was taking charge. Like, you're not we're not doing this. And Thirsty's just like, yo, I thought we was bonding when we was with them shovels and stuff, you know, digging up the dirt. What's up? But I don't think that Andre's really feeling him too much. And I'm not either. Like, I don't know. Something rubs me the wrong way about him. I feel like he's gonna do something dirty, like to Luscious, or he might try to extort them, or he might try to hold something over their heads. I mean, he does know some dirty little secrets right now. You gotta be careful telling everybody everything or putting everybody into everything. I mean, yes, he does trust him. Yes, he probably signed a non-disclosure, but I don't know. It's still something about that dude that I don't really trust. You can tell that he's one of those people that would do anything to get what he wants and to win. So, Thirsty actually, like later on, he sent people, even though Andre refused to do it, he sent 2 local thugs to the studio where Cookie was in order to steal their music. But she was ready, and she had this other guy, I think he's, what is he, head of security? I didn't even hear what she hired him for. He's supposed to be Mr. Fix-It on some Olivia Pope status. And he had his little gun in his back and he was ready. And they scared them little Thug Life boys away. But now she knows their motives, and they also found out that they were bugged. Like the place that they're at was bugged. So, it's crazy stuff going on, y'all. The new artist, Laura, she refuses to let herself become one of Hakeem's hoes. So, while he's trying to push up on her, she's just like, are you crazy? Like, she gave him that look like, nah, I'm not like these chicks out here. I don't do this. That's not what I'm looking for. And she just leaves like, you ain't gonna turn me out. And speaking of hoes, crazy thing is that Jamal was having a party and he goes to see where his boo thing is. He was talking to, what's her name, Becky? That's her name, right? The one with the blonde hair. He was talking to her, and then he goes to see where his boo thing is, just out in the balcony. And all of a sudden, he sees the same GQ dude emerge from the ground. He's like, I thought you guys talked about this. What happened? I'm just like, Michael, I am so disappointed in you. Are you serious? This man could have got his little thing, you know, his knob slobbed, and he completely said no. And you're doing it? Really? Come on, we gotta do better than that, Michael. So, I don't know. I didn't see, unless I fast forwarded too much because I did have it on DVR, I didn't see any conclusion to that, unless you're gonna talk about it in the next episode. Did I miss something? I don't think I did, though. But I'm just like, for real, Michael. That totally disappointed me. But I mean, that's how people get caught up into fame and they get caught up into foolishness. You gotta be stronger than that. You just got accepted to go on the freaking or was this before? I think this might have been before he said, okay, you can go on tour with us. But yeah, that was too much. So Luscious now, he's working with Frida, who's that guy from jail, that's his daughter. He's working with her. He finally got her in the studio. And when she's rapping, she's just not giving it. You know, she's not bringing it. But he knows how to invoke like some dormant things that are within people. And he just kind of like talks to her real quick about her father, and if she had cut off one of his hands, he loves her so much that he would hug her with the other hand that was left. I'm like, yo, that's love right there. Because you cut off my hand, me and you is done. But yeah, that's the kind of analogy that he gave. And after he started talking, you know, telling her spinning some knowledge about her father and things like that, and how much her father cared, all of a sudden, her raps were like serious. I was just like, yes. Like the words, that's one thing. Like I love to listen to like words and music that has substance. And her lyrics were like making so much sense. It was like some real, you know, realness to it. And I was really enjoying it. So yeah, he's always doing that though. That's why he is who he is, Lucious Lion, right? So now it's time to get Andre baptized. And although Luscious said he wasn't going to be there and he told his son to man up, he actually did come to the baptism, and he's sitting there, and as soon as he's getting put in the water, when Andre's getting put in the water, he has a flashback. And it was a flashback of his childhood. You know, Luscious really had a tough life, and his mom was literally trying to drown him in the water to remove sins from him, and to, I guess, because she said that he was a liar and he was doing the wrong things. And he's like, Mom, it's me. Like, he's trying to snap her out of it, but she wouldn't get out of it. And it's just, I think it hurt him so much that he just couldn't sit there. He couldn't take it. He was being tormented by his past and by his memories. So he ends up like just literally getting up and walking away. And everybody's thinking that this man is such a big a-hole, but it's not because of that. Is because of what he suffered, what he went through, but nobody knows because he doesn't tell anyone. So they just think, yeah, we knew he couldn't sit through this. You know, that's what they're assuming. And his son looks so hurt, but his son doesn't know that he's hurt, which is why he's hurting. Hurt people, as they say. Hakeem, he's running in the park. He's getting his jog on, and he had his shirt off, y'all. Caliente. And all in a sudden, I think it was those same Thug Life dudes from YouTube, because the voice of the one that was like talking to him, he sounded exactly the same, and he said something that would suggest that that's the same guy, like, oh, I told you something, I don't even know what the hell he said, but he said something, and he had like the same type of accent. But they grabbed him up, they done kidnapped Hakeem in broad daylight, y'all. So we gotta see what happened. They said it's gonna come back after the World Series or something like that. You know, that's baseball, so go Mets. I mean, I don't really watch it, but I hear everybody talking about the Mets, and I'm in New York, so go do your thing. Whoop whoop. All right, guys, so we'll resume when Empire resumes. I'm definitely looking forward to it. And check out my other channel, Samore Love TV. That's where Love and Hip Hop is, and everything else, okay? Thanks for watching. Stay fabulous, live free, and soar limitless. I'll see you in the next one. Laters.